Patrick Cook here. Welcome to session 50 of the Mastering Mandelbulb 3D Formulas. So what I want to do in this session is talk about this JIT capability right here. All right. JIT stands for just in time, and it gives us the ability to either edit or modify an existing formula script or write a brand new one. Now, we're not going to get into writing formula scripts. That's beyond the boundaries of what I want to accomplish in this tutorial series. If that's something that you really want to do, that is create or write formula scripts, you need to have a good handle on the math. You need to have a good handle on the language that is used to write those scripts, and that is Pascal. And obviously, you need to have a good handle on the whole concept of the Mandelbulb, or the three-dimensional Mandelbrot. Okay. Getting into formula script writing is way beyond what we want to do here, but I do want to show you this JIT tool so that at least you understand what that is, and you could decide to pursue formula editing and writing if that's what you want to do. All right. Now, a couple things. In the previous session, I showed you how to open up a formula. Now, this JIT right here, I have the ability to edit, and I have the ability to create a new formula script file. Now, what's interesting is this edit right here only applies to formulas that have already been created. You're editing an existing formula, and the formula is not compiled. All right. In other words, the whole formula is still human readable. It hasn't been compiled or compressed into a machine readable only. In other words, you can't edit a formula which has been compiled. All right. Here, let's take a look here. Let's look at this. Now, in the Mandelbulb installation folder, these M3F formula files, these have all been compiled. Let's see if I can prove it here. Let's take iCubeBulb. Let's open that up. You see right here, you see this code, okay? All that gibberish there indicates that that formula file has been compiled, and humans can no longer read it. Only Mandelbulb3D can read that portion of the code. That's key. You can't edit using this JIT capability. I'm going to show you in a minute. You can't edit these compiled Mandelbulb formula scripts. You can, on the other hand, edit these formulas. Let me open that up. Let's open that up. And now you can see here, remember we had the begin and we had the end? You see all this right here? That's all human readable. That hasn't been compiled. You can edit this uncompiled formula script. Let me show you how. All right, so let's get this out of the way here. All right, so this JIT. As a matter of fact, let's pull that over in the middle here, a little bit easier to read. All right, so the JIT. So I have the edit and I have the new. All right. Now, you notice here that this is a JITEM script file. Let's open it. So let's edit it, and there is my editor. Now, this is a JIT compiled formula editor. You don't have to use this JIT editor to work with Mandelbulb 3D formula scripts, but a little helpful. But it's pretty cool what they've done here. Here's your parameters, all right, for this particular formula script. There's your parameters. You can add, you can edit, or you can delete these parameters. Here's constants. A constant is it's a variable that has been assigned a value, and that value does not change. It's a constant. All right, and down here you have some additional options or properties. These options down here, those are the ones that are exposed. They're exposed to the user, and up in here, these are exposed right here up into the user interface. These options down here are kind of like internal to the script that you can modify without getting involved with this with the code. Okay. Now, so here we have tabs here. This is the code. This is the code. I showed you that when I opened up in Notepad. If you recall, that's similar to what we saw in the Notepad. Here's where the description is written, right in over here. All right. Here is what's called the process code, because you have the ability to compile this. All right, and then over here, this is basically the math library. All right, and this is basically saying these are all of the math functions that can be called, all right, by this script formula to help to process the mathematics. If we go look at the code again here, we see here things like x, assign x plus abs, so on and so forth, to the variable called x. By the way, the colon equals, that is Pascal syntax for assigning a value to a variable. All right. So, for instance, down here, oh, here we go. Okay. What we're going to do is we're going to assign to x1, that's the name of the variable, we're going to assign it x plus. All right. And then what x plus v add addition x, that's another variable. All right. And then this semicolon here indicates that that's the end of the statement. This is all Pascal, or Delphi. It's sometimes referred to as Delphi. This is the Delphi Pascal language. All right. Now, you can actually come in here and edit this formula script. And it's pretty straightforward to do. And you know, once you've edited the script, then you can actually save it and then execute it, and you can actually see the results of your modified formula. Now, what I'm going to do is we're going to end this session right here, and when we come back, we're going to do a little bit of editing, and just to kind of show you that you can edit, all right? And that will put you in a pretty good position to understand some of the other kind of like rules that go along with script editing. Okay? All right, I'll see you in the next session.